Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. So, Fiona is, I don't know how you say it, not stepping out of place, but definitely crossing some boundaries. So, she tells Sarah that it's not a good idea for her son to be marrying anyone because he's not in his right place of mind. He just found out that, Victor is his father. And, he just needs to get his head, together before he starts making any sort of lifetime commitments. But my whole thing is, and Sarah's whole thing was like, bro, you coming in years later, it's not they're playing Mommy Dearest. You checked out years ago. On what planet do you honestly think that you have the right to sit there and come in here now and start trying to say what your son needs and this, that, and the third? And yes, I do know that in this episode, she does later tell Sarah to tell Xander that she had a nervous breakdown, and that's the reason why she couldn't really be there for him, and a bunch of other things as well. But it's like Sarah literally took that as the Bible's truth, and I'm just like, why? You don't know her, and Xander has been pretty adamant, saying multiple times that he wants no parts of her. And there's a point where Sarah's like, I just want to apologize for overstepping. Don't do that. Don't do that because you've been overstepping since jump. Um, and she fed into all her BS about how, the reason why she also stayed away was because Vic and thought that Vic was going to sit there and take care of him. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, but your excuses fall very hollow. And the fact that she's just eating it all up is just like, this is something that they do in a lot of soap operas. Damn near in all of them. Now say that in B&B, say that in GH. Why not? That's just a whole entire story. When they start dumbing characters down to drive the plot, it drives me insane. It literally drives me insane because I'm like, I get that you want to try to see the best in people, but you should sit there and take this woman that you don't know, that Xana has listened to this saying adamantly how much he don't want parts of her, to take that into least advisement as opposed to saying, but just let Xander, you know, she really sounds sincere, or she's a really good liar. How about that? I'm like, could you really be that naive? Now, Eric and Justin together, which is interesting because both of them technically got back their sons. That's one of the things I noticed when I was at work watching it, was Justin got his son back, and so did Eric. But the thing about Eric and Nicole and what Eric is saying is, about how he's leaving to go to Paris, and hopefully that, it will, by their distance, EJ won't be. What did he sit there and say? He'll lose interest. He'll lose interest in his vendetta. And I'm just like, so what? You think when eventually you come back, or you come back to visit, that vendetta is not going to pick back up? I don't understand. And this is both of their logics, that if they go to Paris, they go to France or whatever, that he's still not going to make their life a living hell. Remember, he did sit there and say that he can have Marlena thrown in jail, right? He can have Marlena thrown in jail. He's making sure that y'all don't get married if you're here or you're in Paris. You're still like, and then, I mean, granted, I don't know if she signed a prenup or anything like that, but if they plan on knocking boots or whatever, I mean, couldn't he sue her or whatever, or get money from her? Not that he needs it, but again, EJ's being petty Betty. So and also Holly, and that's another thing. So Holly isn't there talking to Nicole, and Holly's like, I don't want to go. And she's like, hey, listen, I understand, EJ's being a dick and everything like that. He's making life living hell, but that's not my problem. Because, granted, it may sound callous, but you, EJ, and Eric all are a part of this drama. Y'all all forced this drama that she should have no part in it. So let her stay there. Maggie came and Maggie was like, you could stay with me. She doesn't need to be a part of y'all drama. That's trouble that y'all made. So y'all find a way to work it out and fix it. Um, but see, now that's the whole other thing. So they're gonna leave without her, right? And what? I guess they're just gonna sit there and trust EJ's word that he won't sit there and just blurt out the fact that, oh yeah, by the way, Eric killed your dad. Seriously? We're trusting the devil to sit there and hold up his end of the bargain. And he's not gonna sit there. I'm surprised. Does he even know that they're leaving to Paris? Is it gonna be a problem as far as stopping them from leaving to Paris? I don't understand why going halfway across the world they're supposed to actually do anything. I don't get that. Yeah, Alex did come to Justin and gave him a proper apology. Money changed him. He acted like a dick. This, that, and the third. Justin, for some odd reason, felt the need to apologize too. And, I'm just like, yeah, that's not really making a lot of sense, but whatever. We need to find a way to stretch out 44 or something minutes, so sure. They, work things out or whatever. And Alex realizes, you know what, let me clean out my office because, yeah, I'm not going to have a job there. Also, I need to find a way to give him his money back. Um, and it should be, and plus how much money he spent. Let's not forget that. I'm pretty sure whatever extravagant gifts and stuff that he gave to Teresa, yeah, you gonna pay me back that too. Um, Now Teresa started to come back because she said she wanted to do the right thing. Okay, sure, why not? Um, okay, on your ish. So I'll give her credit for that. She did sit there and come back. She could have ran. Of course, she wouldn't have saw her son again, but whatever. So she apologizes to Alex, saying that she tried to do him a favor. He's a good person, much better than Xander. So I did try to help you out. Alex is like, nah, F that, F you. I want no parts of you. I want this marriage divorce and don't touch me. And he pretty much just walks out. Um, I don't remember if Xander actually said anything. No, it wasn't Xander, it was Brady. Because Brady was there and Brady wanted to sit there and check on him. Then afterwards, Teresa was like, I did all this lying and scheming and everything like that for you. Because Brady admitted his feelings, but he was like, you know what? This is why we was never meant to be. And she's like, I did this for you. Like, I did this because of you. It was like, you made bad choices because of him. So you're blaming him. Okay. Um. Anyway, he pretty much was like, I'm always going to love you, but, you know, this is done. I'm done with you. He's like, I'm not mad at you. I'm disappointed. I'm like, oh. Because being disappointed in someone is so much more worse than being mad. You ever have somebody disappoint you? It's the worst. It's worse than just yelling and cursing you out. The silence is just, it's a deeper impact. Um, so yeah, um, so he, so he eventually leaves. Now Xander and Maggie were talking, and see, this is a problem when you start trying to retcon stuff, or you start trying to insert stuff that doesn't really quite make a lot of sense. Because Xander's like, yo, he treated me like garbage, and Maggie just keeps saying, well, it's because you were a lot alike and everything, and I mean, he did sit there and give you half of his fortune. Yeah, I had guilt. No, it was to sit there and make things right. Um, and that's the thing. It's not. Some of this stuff just doesn't really track. I mean, why would you sit there and treat your son like garbage? knowing that that was your son. It's not like he found out years later on. He knew that was his son, and he still chose to treat him like, well, like garbage. So it's not really making a lot of sense. And also, Xander told Maggie about the kidnapping with Teresa. So after Sarah gets back, Maggie confronts Teresa. Teresa is just like, I want to apologize for the whole lying and having Constantine get closer to you. Um, and that's the thing, though. Like, when she was sitting there talking to Brady, she was doing a whole woe is me victim. I'm the victim, whatever. I just didn't know. I just kept lying, and, I didn't want to. It's like, oh, just stop. So she apologized for the Constantine thing. And Maggie pretty much just confronts her, like, you're also the one that stole my grandchild. She's like, oh, well, I'm so sorry. He was never in any danger. And she's like, still, like, what you did was wrong. So at this point, Teresa's like, okay, you know what? I need you to do one more favor. I need you to take me to the police station before I change my mind. I was like, well, let's just be real. If you don't go to that damn police station, there's going to be a warrant for your arrest. And you're probably going to go into jail anyway. So let's not sit there and try to act like you're doing this brave thing. Like, it's somewhat kind of too little too late, but Teresa's not really worth the effort as far as trying to psychoanalyze her. Um, what else? Oh, yeah. Fiona made a text. And I was like, who are you going to sit there and text? It was Brady. They just want to sit there and hang out and get drunk. Now, apparently, somebody said that that is his aunt by marriage. So, technically speaking, because he's blood related, they could, knock boots, but that would just be weird because it's like, yeah, I mean, you're not blood related, but, you know, it's a little weird. Before he didn't know who she was, now they know who each other are. Yeah, maybe that's another reason why they didn't sit there and really shag, as they say. Um, oh, Eric came back, was talking to Nicole, and Nicole was like, "Yeah, Holly's staying, and I'm gonna miss her, and this, that, and the third." I was like, "Let this girl live her life. You were co-owner and creating this drama. You work it out. You take your ass to Paris." Because apparently that's going to sit there and fix your problems of getting away from EJ and his wrath. But you still won't get a divorce. So whatever. Um, oh yeah, today's Friday. I guess a somewhat decent cliffhanger. Not really. No, no, no. But this was an interesting episode. So I'll sit there and say that. I mean, I actually had the best cliffhanger, but it was a really decent episode. Now, if I miss anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and the Beautiful, Young and the Restless. I'll see you in the next video.